Hi, welcome to the Daily Try, the daily podcast that supports you on your fertility journey. So, this is our very first episode and my very first podcast that I've created. I previously have been a guest on lots of podcasts, and I was thinking about Hoopsy. So Hoopsy is my company. We sell a 99% plastic-free pregnancy test, and I also have a monthly fertility snail mail letter subscription for women that are trying to conceive. And the more I was thinking about the letter subscription we have, and also the journey of trying to get pregnant, um, as well as what else is going on in the world in terms of the crazy digitalness of everything, what feels like a super fast pace that everything moves at, the amount of information and the overwhelm with the amount of information that we have. And the fact that really I feel the fertility journey is a massive emotional journey. And I thought I need a way to support women better on this. The letter is great, but it only comes out once a month. And often people want support on a more daily basis, which is why if you're anything like me, you're going on to social media to try and find that support. And so I went through an egg harvesting and 2 donor embryo transfers. Unfortunately, neither of them were successful, but it led me to starting Hoopsy. So ultimately, I got something positive about it out of it all, but it's still hard for me when it comes to thinking about what could have been or maybe should have been. Hence why I started this podcast, because I know how hard it is to go through this journey, whether you're with a partner or whether you're on your own. It's difficult. It can feel really lonely. It can feel really sad. It can also feel really happy. There's so many ups and downs. So, today, our first episode, and it's just a welcome to the podcast episode. Each episode every day will be no more than 10 minutes. I want to give you a way to have some connection and some support on a daily basis that will set you up feeling good and starting the day on a great note. I started thinking about this podcast, I started writing scripts, and I've already recorded, this is my 4th recording of this episode, and initially it was reading the script, and then it sounds so red, and I just thought, I can't read it because you guys are going to know and you'll be like nodding off. And so I'm now giving myself talking points, and I will talk about those each morning for 10-ish minutes. I'm hoping as we go down, like after we've done a few episodes and got a few listeners, then maybe I can answer some like listener questions. We can get in some experts to talk about things, just again, only for a maximum 10 minutes. But to start with, I'm going to talk about support and the importance of it, because I think that's something that we all as women struggle with. It's all about, you feel like you've got to do it all. You feel like you've got to have this high powered job. You've got to be able to doing all of your, like, go through this fertility process, whether it's IVF or trying naturally, or IUI, and you've got to basically pretend like everything else is normal, even when you're doing something really difficult. And it's really hard. And you don't feel like you can necessarily talk to everyone about it. And the people that haven't been through it just don't get it. And the people that have been through it, they get it, but you might not know those people. And so it can be a really up and down, difficult time, because you're waiting and you're hoping and you're wondering. And at the same time, you're kind of thinking, but it might not happen. And then I don't want to hope too much in case it doesn't. And it's also can be incredibly repetitive, doing your jabs every day or tracking your ovulation every day. And all of these things just make it become such a clinical, often digital experience. And so I wanted to create something that's a bit more supportive and is like having a best friend on your journey. And Hoopsie is all about that. That was the whole premise. When I was going through my IVF, I looked at all these pregnancy tests and I just thought, none of these companies care about me. That I'm just a number. I'm just one of millions of women who have bought a test and have made them money. But they don't care about me. And I wanted to feel like someone cared about me. And I created Hoopsie to be your best friend on your fertility journey, to support you. And in the past, I've tried to do that through writing articles, through giving a lot of interviews, through we offer 24/7 WhatsApp support, things that I thought would help and support women, and I still think they do, but I think this is just another layer, a way to help you on a daily basis, just feel more like someone is giving you a big hug. And that's what this podcast is going to be, your daily hug. Okay. So you can imagine whoever you like to be giving you the hug. It can be someone you think's hot. It can be someone you think's homely. I will be whatever you want to be. It can be your cat. It can be, but it is your daily hug to say, you are, I hear you. You are, I love you. I support you. And I'm here for you, whatever happens, whether it's great news or whether it's you're sad about something or something has taken a bit of a turn that is not what you expected. Also, I really think it's important that you understand that this isn't just, the podcast is not just to go rah, 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 yay, happy things all the time, because unfortunately, the fertility journey is not like that. I know I spent a lot of time crying. Um, this is for when, if you've been trying for a while and you're feeling tired. So if you're new to trying to get pregnant and you're feeling really hopeful, if you're someone that has already been through a few rounds of IVF or have had some miscarriages and you've had the hope and you've had the heartbreak and you're still going, it's for anyone who is trying but also is trying to be normal in the rest of their life, and you're thinking about symptoms and appointments and timelines and what happens if it happens this month and what happens if it doesn't. You're in the right place. I want this podcast to feel like a place where you don't have to perform. You can be you, and I can be me, and I'm here for you. I should also note I can speak quite fast. So if I'm speaking too fast, tell me and I can adjust. But I also find that, when you get very kind of passionate about something, you tend to speak faster. So I will really try. I think when talking about emotions, I think one of the hardest parts of trying to conceive is that often you think you just have to be one thing. Like you might think, oh, I've just got to be really positive and upbeat and it will happen. Or I've got to be really grateful for what I already have. And if this happens, it's a bonus. Or I'm just going to be really chilled and whatever will be, will be. Or maybe I'm being realistic, or the chances are one in whatever. Or maybe I have to be really strong and say, I can do this, I can get through this. And there's all these different things that we feel that we have to be. And I think that when you're on this journey, it's all of those things and more. And it's impossible and it's very tiring to try and be the same thing all the time. And this is your permission to say, you don't have to be upbeat all the time. You don't have to be hopeful all the time. You don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel annoyed or frustrated or however you feel at this moment. You might be feeling really positive. You might have just had a great scan, or you might have just found out that something really positive has happened. And that's good too. But I want this podcast to be that space for emotional truth so that you're not carrying all of this trying too much, because that is just exhausting. So we're hitting 10 minutes, and I said I'd only be 10-ish minutes. So I hope you join me tomorrow and we can go through this together. And here is your big hug for the day. Have a wonderful day. Bye.